Put industry leading, difference making, and tomorrow shaping on your to-do list. Explore Deloitte Technology Careers at deloitte.com/tech careers and engineer your future at Deloitte.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hello, you're listening to Agony Rants. I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And I'm Gearóid. Welcome to our show. There you go. How are you?
I'm very good. I've had a lovely week, obviously.
Lovely.
My mum turned 80, which was really very fabulous. I know. We had afternoon tea. It was very lovely. I say afternoon tea. It happened at 12 o'clock. So obviously when you get older, you have to go earlier. Anyway.
Enough is done. You need a nap by 2.
Literally afternoon, like literally 1 minute past midday, we're into the afternoon. So to be fair, it was technically an afternoon tea, but we'll leave it there. And also last night I went to see something in the Waterfront, which was the Giovanni Pernice show, as in the dancer from Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh, I thought it was someone from Drag Race.
I went to see it in the Waterfront.
Didn't seem like your vibe, Niamh.
I know. Well, I'd go for both. I watch drag shows.
But the problem with a drag show is someone could come out as you. Yeah, that's the problem.
It does happen. I'm not going to lie.
Happened.
I'm also can't help myself but being involved in audience participation. So in a drag show, generally I am ending up getting fairly roasted. Anyway, neither here nor there. I went to see it. It was fabulous. Mind you, it was up in the gods in the Waterfront, which meant it was like just basically sweaty people in the distance. So I did wear my glasses, so it was really fantastic. But
is he
watching people do something?
Strictly, is he?
Yeah, he's great.
Okay.
He won this year with Rose, but it just really great show of dance. I never really went to see a full show of dancing before, so it was great crack. Myself and my friend, we brought our fans just in case we got a bit warm. And nothing whatsoever to do.
Say you were stuck to your seats
with the menopause. Nothing, not even a little bit. It was like, oh my goodness me. It was pretty amazing. So yeah,
was it tops off dancing?
Oh, there was a little top off. He had the shape of it, but actually he was really good. It was a really good show and I really loved it. It was just something different. And actually, funny enough, I've been encouraging people at my gigs to always try new things in venues. You know, go see a different kind of show than you would normally go and see.
Yeah, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
They're all going to ballet.
Yeah. I wondered why there wasn't.
It's been a significant downturn, Niamh, since you started to suggest people try different things. Anyway. The core audience has been decimated.
I know, decimated. They're all watching dancing. So anyway, yeah. So actually, it was really exciting to do something totally different because it's a while since I've been in the theatre. Because obviously, I'm going to look forward to going to your gig in the autumn.
Yes, I'm doing gigs.
Yeah,
They went on sale like about 10 weeks ago.
I know.
I haven't mentioned them yet. Yeah, I'm doing my tour is called Glamour Hammer Tour, and it's starting in September, I think, and going all the way through to like maybe January.
Okay.
So I'll be all around the country. So it's on my website.
Yeah,
Gearóid Farrelly.
Oh, I'm so going to be there. So guess the gig I might end up in, and then sure if you want to meet me. Are you going to get me up on the stage?
That's where we're at. That Niamh might be in the audience. That's the selling point of a show.
No, it really isn't.
Niamh might be there. We might go. It's a lot to sit through, but Niamh Kavanagh might be there.
Listen, if it gets you 10 more tickets, come on.
Oh, Niamh, listen. Well, if it gets me 10 more tickets, like Niamh will be on at the end. She'll do it in her eyes. She'll bring the jackets, you name it.
So this is going to be the clip on Instagram
at every gig. Every gig.
Every week this is going to happen. Okay, so
I also got this week I got a brace.
Okay.
Well, sort of a brace, right? I've been having this problem, right, since I've been back gigging, and it only happens every so often. But I was like, I have to fix this. It's where like my top teeth and my bottom teeth are like whacking together.
Is that only since lockdown that's happened?
It's only in the past couple, like 6 months maybe.
What have you been doing over lockdown?
I think I've just been like passing out on, like drinking loads of gin and tonics and like passing out on my fist. So my top teeth have pushed in a bit. So I was enough is enough. Get it fixed. So I went and they put a brace on my top teeth. Like it's not a brace. It's like it's Invisalign. That's what it's called.
Oh, I know.
But they put these little brackets on your teeth.
Yeah.
So it looks like your teeth have teeth.
Okay.
It's like there's nothing invisible about it.
Very
it's like
little
it's actually
teeth.
You don't notice it, but if you do notice it, it's completely unnerving.
All you can see.
Like it's horrific, I think, to look at up close. But I mean, I've taken it out to record because the problem is it gives me a lisp.
Oh.
Which the last time I had a
glee
brace,
in
right?
my eyes. I'm sorry. Part of me wants that lisp.
Like, there's going to be loads of messages there from people called Cecily. But the problem is, right, the last time I had a brace, I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And like, I think if you're like a young man in his 20s with a brace, it's kind of adorable.
Okay.
But now I'm not in my 20s.
Are you not?
No. I'm significantly older, Niamh, and a man with a lisp at my age is just unnerving for everyone. Right after I got it done, I was in the chemist, right? I left in a prescription, and then what I meant, because I had a mask on as well, right? And what I was trying to say to him was, I've just got a brace, so it's a bit, but he thought I had a stammer.
Bless.
Right? So I said, I've just got a brace. And I was pointing at my mouth, and he went, you take your time, son.
Oh, bless him.
But this week, our topic for this week is mortifications.
Oh.
Because, I have to say, it came up in the episode last week where, like, there's no such thing as a bad date because it's good. It's a good story. But, like, the thing about mortifications
It's always mortifying.
Yeah, it's always mortifying. But the stories are brilliant.
Oh, no, they are.
They're the best.
No, they are. I have so many. It's not even funny. And it's funny when we kind of suggested this as a topic, I said, I can't think of a single time when I was mortified. And then I couldn't stop thinking of all the times I was mortified.
As soon as you lean into it, you're like, oh, yeah. I definitely think saying the wrong thing is horrific.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm much better now. But when I was younger, oh my God. And I it's not that I just... Because my focus wasn't great, I was so away in my own space. Sometimes I just let myself go into places.
Yeah, like if you are somebody that is just in your head a lot of the time, and then you just land back in the room, you'll really will come out with a clunker. Like,
oh yeah, no. And sometimes I'm so overwhelmed, I just don't think about it. I don't engage the safety switch before I actually engage with the person, and then that's never a good thing.
No, I've definitely had things like sometimes. I remember years ago when I used to be worried about doing radio interviews and stuff.
Oh yeah. It is a skill.
Oh yeah, it is a skill, definitely.
It is a skill.
And also, I would just dry up. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you go in and then you'd be like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then you just be like, I've absolutely no idea what I'm going to talk about here, and I've no idea why anyone should listen.
And the thing about it is, as a comedian,
it just gets worse and worse and worse.
As a comedian, there's an onus on you not just to be in the interview, but also you have to be funny.
Yeah, and also sometimes what I wasn't ready for was that sometimes the people don't particularly like you.
Oh no, they don't.
So you've just been put in front of them. Like, I thought, I remember when I started, I thought that you do an interview, the person is actually really interested in talking to you.
Did you really think that?
And then it was news to me when I was just like going in and they wouldn't even look up.
Bless.
They wouldn't look up, and then you'd say something funny and they would just give you nothing, and they just keep staring at their page, and then you would say at the end, thanks for having me, and they go, huh?
Oh, listen,
and you walk out.
Listen, you want to try winning a Eurovision and go around the UK doing press.
So you did press after you beat the UK, and you were
you want to try the level of interest there?
The best place to have something mortifying happen, as in the funniest, is the most high pressure.
Oh yeah.
Place. I remember one of the worst things that ever happened to me was the last time I was at the Edinburgh Festival.
Okay.
What happens at the Edinburgh Festival is you do your show every day, right? So like every evening you do your show, but also to promote your show, to try and get people through the door, you have to go and do these spots all around town.
Tiny spots.
Yeah. So you're doing 10 minutes at these compilation shows, and they can be anything from like 12 o'clock in the day until 1 o'clock in the morning.
So in order to get, them.
So and then you're going,
you work your backside
so you're
off.
basically doing your 10-minute spot, nailing it, and then going, if you like this, come see me, blah. And I was doing one of these. And it was kind of an important one.
Okay.
And so I was nervous about it, but I was also in that weird headspace of like, I'm doing this every single day. So it's probably going to be grand, but I also want to try and be present for it, like, because you want it to go well. Like,
you want the energy.
If you're just going in and rattling it out, it'll be grand, you know. But if you've got the nerves, you're a bit worried.
No.
So I was all prepared, ready to go. Bang! They introduced me. I walked on the stage. As soon as I took the microphone out of the stand, I went, I've forgotten to put the belt in my trousers. And they were there were me Edinburgh jeans, because, like, you know, skinny legs, stretchy skinny legs, but like the top, like
room for manoeuvre
at the waist. Anything from a 30 to 36 to get into those jeans. But
Where can you buy these jeans?
They're great, stretchy, super dry. But the problem is, you have to have a belt on them.
Oh no,
that's the thing. But because they've got like stretchy legs, they'll stay up, right?
Okay.
So, but I knew.
You could feel them moving.
I was like, there's a lot of movement going on down here. And I was rattling through the set because it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so they weren't like a lively audience, but it was just like, come on, Gearóid, do the job, hammer it here.
Yeah.
And as I was walking up and down, I could like feel these trousers.
No.
But you don't want to be, because as soon as you hike them or anything like that, that's what the audience immediately you've drawn their attention away from what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you have to just
act like it's not.
And
happening.
I left them, and I got to the whole set. It went absolutely great. And then at the end, when like the MC was like, "Give it up for Girl Farley," you had to walk up steps to get off, and just as I got to the top of the steps, the arse fell out.
Stop it.
I know, yeah.
You couldn't have timed it better.
I was just...
It's mortifying, but actually really well done.
Yeah, but you know, the awful thing though was...
Did you not just pretend that it was meant?
But it was just like...
It's a whole other comedy sketch.
If it was a thing that happens, it's like what a hacky thing to happen. But the other side of it is, I didn't know anyone else at the gig. Like I didn't know anyone else. I didn't know any of the other comics. Didn't know the MC. So it was just like me having this thing happening going... there was nobody to even laugh about it.
I know. There's nothing worse. You want somebody to really identify with it and have the crack. And then it's just like, oh no, had the crack. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I'm thankful for, it was a good boxer short day.
Oh, good. Yeah.
There was good. There was no like hole where the label was. Or...
Are you a cut the label kind of guy, boy?
I am indeed. Yeah.
Oh
I'm very sensitive. Very sensitive.
God. That's just really tragic.
There was nothing like that.
Sometimes the labels on clothes are the only thing that decides whether it's inside or out for me. I am terrible. My mother did tell me today, actually. She said to me, "Niamh, you have wonderful, smart, casual clothes and you look amazing." She says, "Your stage clothes show how much you really care about that." So that's usually an indication that she feels I need to address that.
You need to go out and buy. You need to go on a shopping trip and buy a bit of glam.
Yeah, but she's right. I just have no interest in it. Anyway, but labels aside, that was a very emotional experience. Do you need some therapy for that? Like you can.
No, I'm over it now.
Are you over it?
Yeah, I'm over it now. But at the time, I was just like, I was more annoyed because I was just like, how stupid are you that you forgot your belt?
No, I know, but listen, 100 times I have had wardrobe malfunctions. I have had bad wardrobe choices, and you realize, like, as you're sweating buckets through something, or then you're realizing that all the people who are up above you can not only see the roots in your hair but also right down your top, and not a problem for you, I would say.
No,
but it's definitely my problem, and also, then there's the angle from below up. I remember when there was a time where I used to wear micro minis many, 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 many years ago. And then I saw a photograph from that angle and never wore them again. And there's
nothing like a photo.
Oh, a well-placed photo.
Well-placed photo. A badly placed photo. To really, really refine your wardrobe choices. Do you know what keeps happening? Actually, this has to stop, right? Oh. I'm on Joanne McNally's tour at the moment. The amount of people who are taking photographs from the front row up.
Oh, no, that's never good.
No.
For any age group.
Enough is enough now. I'm just not having it anymore. Right? If you want to take a photograph of the show, buy a ticket for the balcony. I'm sorry. I'm of an age now where it's like, top-down photographs only.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much.
And
tell me when you're taking it so I'll suck in me collarbones, right? I'm sick of these paunchy double chin photographs of me that people are putting on Insta stories. I don't care how funny you think I was. That's not what I want.
I know. And you're in the moment and it's wonderful. But it doesn't need to be preserved.
I don't need to be reminded of it.
No.
If you're putting that up, you can reef the tags off it now. Enough is enough. I don't want to be tagged in any of these photographs.
Okay, so when you meet famous people or people that you really like?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm forever doing this, right? I don't always engage the brain before I do something. So I was standing in makeup. We're at the IFTAs, right? Back in... No, it wasn't the IFTAs. What am I saying? The Irish Music Awards, the IRMAs.
Ah.
See? Yeah, I have to IFTA, IRMA, whatever.
And you were presenting one?
I was presenting. It was the year of the famous year, right? And I was presenting an award when people cared about that sort of situation, me doing it. And I was in makeup and chatting to the girls, because I would have known all the makeup girls then, because obviously they were all down in Mill Street, and then we all practically lived together for like a couple of weeks. So anyway, we were chatting away and stuff, and I looked around and there's this gentleman in front of me, and the gentleman in question was a wonderful singer called Curtis Stigers, if you remember Curtis Stigers, right?
You're all the medals for me.
Oh, amazing. And an amazing person, right? A really fantastic singer. I'd literally just seen him in concert like probably about a month before. I said, oh my goodness. And he was amazing in concert. He walked on like you thought he was going to fall off the stage, but he was just commanding, fantastic, brilliant singer. And I was like, oh my God, it's Curtis Stigers. But you remember he used to have that long hair?
Yeah.
Right. Well, but he just had it cut clearly. So he had his hair cut short. Actually, quite sharp.
Better? All right, okay.
I'm not sure better.
He's had a glow up.
He had a glow up. But I was like so shocked. And I recognised it was Curtis Stigers, but I realised, where's his hair? So what did I say? You cut your hair. As if he didn't know me. I didn't know, he did not know me. And he kind of went, yes, I did. He seemed a little taken aback, and it was in the makeup.
Did he keep walking?
Well, he looked like he wanted to, but obviously he was in the makeup department.
I was drained by a makeup girl.
I realised I was mortified, and I couldn't actually leave because I was supposed to get my makeup done, and he couldn't leave because he also had to get his makeup done. I was like, and neither of us knew what to do with that. And so he thought I was some strange person, like, so obviously didn't speak during that whole experience. And then I just sat looking forward the way you do, like going, what the hell was I thinking, right? And then afterwards, luckily, I met him. And I said, I'm really sorry about that.
I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry.
You just don't look as good as he used to.
I waited. No, I did not say that. But I waited until he saw me presenting an award, and I thought then he'll know who I am. And he was with Paul Brady, who also explained. But I kind of came away and I thought, oh my God, this is just like some randomer going, what the hell did you do with your hair?
State your hair, Curtis.
State you, Jesus,
Serious.
Curtis. And we had a good laugh in the end. And then I told him how I'd lost my glasses in a fit of charismatic dancing at his gig, and he told me that he wasn't going to pay for them. But it's not the point. I'm very inappropriate when I meet people I really like. So, I mean, when I met Bonnie Raitt, I told her I'd have her children. I'm just like that. Things come out.
It's mainly stars of country music, Niamh.
Seems to be. But I get very funny around people because I just don't know how to cope with them. And because at that point I was in the green room with a lot of them. I didn't know how to be. Yeah. You just don't know how to be.
Yeah, it's hard to know how to be with them.
Because there's rules in the green room. You can't be like a fan in the green room. You have to keep your inner fan inside.
I know, yeah. That's the bit I always hate.
I do
especially
too.
if you meet someone that you're excited about.
Yeah, you should
I remember
be able
I was
to
in a
show
green
it.
room with Mark Owen from Take That.
I'd be happy to be in a green room with him.
No.
Really not?
Serious old man vibes.
What? When?
Yeah, he looked like...
When?
It was only a few years ago.
Oh,
but
wow.
he looked like the eccentric old man that lived on the corner. Like when you think of Mark Owen, you think of him wearing, the Johnson's baby powder belly top in that video. What was it, Babe? Or I don't know.
Okay.
But that's not who he is. Who he is like...
Yeah, we went to a very different
Dr.
place there.
Dolittle.
Oh my God.
So we did a shout out because we wanted to see about your mortifying stories, because everybody has them.
Oh, always.
Like everybody has them. And you did get in touch in your droves. Louis says, we built a new house and moved in last August, and 3 times in the last 3 weeks I've fallen off the footpath when walking around the back door.
Not tripped. Not even had the decency to trip over my own feet. Just fell in a heap. The last time the bin men were there.
Checked.
The bin men were there. Oh my God, Louis.
That is my sister. Actually, she moved into a house recently, and she. This is her story to tell now, but
you're telling it.
But I'm telling it. And she hadn't met one of her neighbours, and they met her when she had fallen down the steps of her, like the front of the house, and sprained her ankle, and she was sitting on the step and couldn't get up, and they were asking if she wanted to tell. She's like, no, I'm grand, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me.
Jesus, I'm forever doing that. Sure, the time I got off Dublin bus and the bus was still moving, and when you get off a bus now, I was maybe about 18 or 19 when I did this, and I literally stepped off the bus, and the bus was just moving enough that
Just moving enough for you to get
That
snatched off the pavement.
I literally bounced off the pavement in my lovely summer dress and little plimsolls, and the dress went over my head pretty much. So arse out, lovely 18-year-old arse, so thank God.
Yeah, grand.
So I wasn't too tragic, except that I had literally gouged my knees and my arms. But I bounced off the pavement and ran at a dead heat down O'Connell Street. I was so mortified and went into a chemist at the end weeping because I had fallen. And then cleaned it all up and then went around the corner to discover 8 people off that bus standing on the same bus stop that I was going to go to work on.
I had one bad falling story. And that it only happened last year, actually. It was my car broke down.
Oh.
And I had to borrow my mum's car to go to a gig. So to get over to my parents' house, I went on my scooter. Right now.
I remember this. Oh my God.
I think, like where I live, it's in the city centre. I think if you're a man going around town on an electric scooter, I think that's absolutely fine in the city centre. I think in the suburbs, it's a bit different. You know, like it's a little bit... It's a bit more remarkable, let's say.
Unique.
Yes, exactly. And as I went from my place to my parents, as I got close to their house, I started to feel a little bit more self-conscious on the scooter.
Okay.
And then I got to the end of my road.
Okay.
And what passed through my head was, this would be the absolute worst time for me to fall.
And so you did.
And within seconds, I was face down on the ground. Like, absolute, like, face plant on the ground. And what was worse was, I really hurt myself, but I was on that scooter.
Oh no.
So fast.
No.
Like if I'd had 2 broken legs, I'd have done it, no problem.
I've done that so often. I am famous for falling because of the fact that I have no focus. Louis, I feel your pain. And that's it. So do you have to move again?
Yeah, I would say, I would say, look, if the bin men know, like, it's out. The neighbourhood knows.
No, I
Cloddy
know.
Louis moved in.
I know. So we have Maeve next, and she says, I went speed dating and got toilet paper stuck on my heel. Oh my God. And didn't know the fella behind me was trying to get it off on the stairs, but I thought he was coming too close, so turned and gave him the evils, not knowing he was just trying to help me.
Oh.
He was in our personal space.
He was in your personal space.
I love giving the evils.
Like,
I love that.
Yeah, the evils is...
Is that a thing? Show me the evils.
See, the thing about it is, right, and I
Be
think
good on the podcast.
This is probably why you're at speed dating, is if you're too loose with the evils...
You need it.
It's very intimidating. Like, you do get used to a certain level of, I guess, aggression. I think you do. Like, as soon as you, like, if you're somebody that just gives somebody the evils randomly, you get used to just doing that the whole time.
So you don't
and it's
see
hard
it.
to wind it back. Like, do you know what I'm really worried about? I'm really worried about the fact that we're not wearing masks anymore.
Oh, I know.
Because I am so used to going,
What the fuck?
fucking moron.
Or, you know,
in behind the mask.
We haven't just schooled our faces.
And it's so useful.
I know.
Like, it's so useful to be able to mutter and not have people see it. And now I'm just going to be the muttery man.
But I'm also feeling that I looked better with a mask because you can only see the lovely eyes. Like I didn't have to kind of attend to the beard or anything. Do you know
Completely.
what I mean?
I was hoping we'd have the mask until I got this brace off.
And you did. That was bad planning.
Really bad
Very
planning.
bad planning. So, you know, I hope you thanked him for the toilet paper removal situation.
Yeah,
May.
tell us, like,
Did you go on a date
how
with him?
can you just say speed date and not elaborate?
Yeah, I know. We
like,
want more.
It's the worst situation in the world.
We
Tell
definitely
us,
want
tell us
more
what
there.
happened.
Definitely.
We'll call her Pauline because she specifically said she didn't want name use, so I didn't even put it in the brief, Niamh.
Okay, because we're
because-
notoriously bad.
We haven't been great about that now in the past. We have had to take an episode down and beep it once or twice. 2 o'clock in the morning, waking up right in the bed going, oh my God, I forgot the beep.
Go on.
Most embarrassing moment was when I was admitted to the hospital where I worked, and when they were doing a physical and I had love bites on my ass.
Oh, we'll call her Pauline. I am in awe of you.
I had a rule that they couldn't be visible and thought they couldn't be visible. Like, you can give me love bites, but only on me bum. And thought that they would never be seen. Anon, please, as I have a son now and he doesn't need to know this, as it is still my most mortifying
This
moment.
reminds me of when the nuns used to tell you to wear clean knickers in case you got knocked over by a bus. Like, I always felt that there was a flaw in that statement because basically if you're knocked over in a bus, basically the state of your underwear, clean or not, is the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah, exactly. Like if a medical professional goes, see, look at that.
And there's
The old grey pennies knickers on her. We're not saving that.
I just want to say for the record, now this is kind of a little bit, when I was expecting Jack, my first child, and I went into labour, I wasn't expecting to be over like my mother and my sister were always over. I wasn't expecting on my due date, so I hadn't actually shaved my legs or done anything. And I still remember all of my first labour, I kept apologising for the fact that I had such hairy legs, not realising that there was probably worse things that we're looking at. But I was so mortified by the fact that I hadn't shaved my legs. You're not rational when you're in that position. So there are worse things you could happen. Pauline, love bites. I'll be honest, the funny thing about love bites to me is I never liked them.
So disgusting.
I don't get it. Somebody sucking the bejesus out of you on a neck. And I remember the first time I saw one of my kids, I was like, what the hell is that shit? I just like, what is that? What is so satisfying about somebody sucking the life out of you to make some sort of mark on you?
Yeah, I think it's that people know you were kissing. What's the point in having them in your...
The red raw lips that you get sometimes if you haven't kissed in a while.
I think it's not... Like, if somebody wants to give a love... Like, why would somebody want to give a love bite? Like, only on the bum?
Listen, it's not for us to judge. We probably have all
yeah,
things.
I know, 100%.
Okay, but
it's
Pauline,
not that we're judging, but
hashtag life goals, I'm sure.
Curious.
Yeah,
we're
we
just
are.
Curious. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support us and the show, you can become a member for as little as €5 a month. And in return for that, you will get bonus content from us and all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network. To subscribe, head over to headstuffpodcasts.com. Also, we are going to tell you about another new show on the Head Stuff Podcast Network. And I have to say, this is a brilliant show.
Okay.
It's absolutely hilarious. It's called The Late Night Nod and it is a spoof of a late night radio show. So start to finish, it's absolutely hilarious. And even the jingles and the songs and the ads, these guys, they write them all.
I love late night radio.
The songs are absolute bangers. The songs you can actually get on Spotify.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely brilliant. But yeah, this is a really special podcast and it's new to the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Does it make you go to sleep?
Yeah, you can fall asleep to it, but like it makes you laugh. Like it really makes me laugh.
Okay.
Like if you listen to it in bed, it really chills you out, but you really will laugh.
So is it worthwhile listening to it on the way home in the car? You know, the way I come home late at night.
Yeah,
sometimes?
I think you would.
I probably enjoy that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's really funny.
Filed
it's real
under.
tongue-in-cheek
What's it called
humour.
again?
It's called The Late Night Nod.
Okay.
And Niamh Kavanagh's now fan.
The Late Night Nod features original music and improvised interviews with guests from a fictitious world of arts and culture. Each episode weaves a conversational thread through tales of inspiration, excess and heartache with some of the creative world's best known personalities that you've never heard of. Join some of Ireland's most talented actors and comedians as they step into the world of The Late Night Nod.
We have a problem, and this is an interesting one, and I think it's one that will relate to, I think, a lot of people out there. I think we will be leaning very heavily on the National Treasure for this.
Okay, come on.
So it says, "Hi Niamh and Gearoid, love the show, and I feel that this is a place where I can get advice for my problem because, as you say, I don't come out well in this." Our favourite.
It's you, for sure.
Our favourite, absolutely our favourite type of problem. This is going to make me sound like an absolute gowl. Gowl? I think that's gowl. But a problem is a problem and I hope you can help me.
Okay.
I'm in a group of friends and we are all around the same age and we have been friends from school.
Okay, that's always a promising start.
Yeah, it's always a good start. All of our lives have gone in different directions. There have been boyfriends and marriages and divorces and we are all still friends and have been through it all together. However, as of last year, I am now the only one of our group who doesn't have children.
Oh, okay.
It just hasn't worked out yet. I was married and I got divorced. And the girls, my God. I mean, I know you're all in school together, but I think...
Stop. that.
Seriously,
Stop
like,
that.
I mean, you need to use a spell check.
No, she was
Traumatized.
bearing
Okay, she was
her
sharing.
bearing her
She was sharing,
soul.
but I'm
Come
just saying, like as a start, get a grammar.
Do you want me to read it?
I was married and I got divorced, and the girls were great during all of that. I'm now with a new guy, and things are great.
Oh.
We will probably have kids. But now, whenever our group of friends see each other, we only ever talk about their kids, their babies, and all aspects of it. I know I'll catch up with them, but at the moment, it is really getting me down. My job is stressful and I have other priorities at the moment. We are trying to buy a house. I feel like when I meet my friends to blow off a bit of steam, I'm bombarded with photos of kids and stories of crashes and post-training.
Potty training, I would imagine.
Potty training.
There you go. Not something you...
She must have written this like in a white wine blackout. Like potty training. And it is at best boring and at worst makes me panic that I haven't done any of this yet.
Okay.
I really feel I need to say something, but I don't want to upset them. What do you think I should do? Please don't use my name.
Okay. Well, that's a really tough one.
That is a tough one.
Right. It is a tough one.
But you know what? It's also, I think it's a very relatable one.
Oh, it's very valid. I'm going to tell you why. Because actually, even at the stage when I started having kids, it consumes you because that's, let's be honest, when they're small, it's all you're doing.
Yeah,
even if
completely.
you're
It's a
doing
big
other
job.
work, it's very much your focus. It's how biology makes you do it. It's all of those things. Society makes you do it, and you do it regardless of what you think you're going to be doing or not. And as now that I'm kind of past the stage where my kids are older, now people show me children and I admire them from a distance and I say that's grand. I have less interest in that situation. However, I will say this. It's true for people who go through a divorce, if they're not in a couple and you're in a group of couples. The dynamic changes you a little bit because you feel like you can't input upon it. I think it's very difficult. I think, especially if you've been friends with people for a very long time, there is that element of you move in and out of cycles with them because you're in sync and then you're not. It's the same with your relationship. There are moments you have to work on that. And I think you can't really say, will you ever stop talking about your kids, right? That's a bit brutal, right? And you won't make it happen because that's all that's going in the head. It's like, it encompasses a lot of your life when you're doing it, when they're small.
So what do you think she should do?
Well, I think what you should do is not worry about it so much. It's tough because I think there might be something else also coming in behind this in the sense that maybe she's worried she won't be able to have kids. And that's another thing if she's moving further. I don't know how much of that is an issue in there, and that's a different thing when you're waiting to have children and you want children and everyone else around you seems to have children and you feel like everybody's looking at you. It's like when you go to a wedding and everybody goes, oh, it'll be your turn next. And you're going, actually,
I'm single.
Yeah, and even though I don't feel bad about this now, suddenly I feel bad about it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You feel like you're lacking in something in life. Yeah, it is a bit clumsy, and it's not meant, but it's especially not by your friends. But because that's happening for them, they just feel this is the norm.
I think as friendships move on, and you get your own set, you get your own lives and your own sets of circumstances. Yeah. I think what you do is sometimes you reach for the thing that connects you.
Yeah.
With those lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And I think if it's kids, if you all have kids, that becomes the thing.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that she shouldn't have to put up with this.
In what way?
Well, I think if 4 of those girls have kids and one of them doesn't, they're slightly
insensitive.
They're being a bit insensitive. Yeah. They need to... I think acknowledge her a little bit.
Yeah, I think to be fair, you're in a position where you can say to your mates, listen, because you've been friends a long time, listen, let's talk about the kids. It's like what I used to say when I meet people. I'll give you 5 minutes at that. And then let's talk about something else. So you need to maybe be proactive and move them on.
Maybe talk about your fears. Like what you've said to us. Like maybe if you were to say to them, God, I just feel like I have so much to do to catch up.
Yeah.
And then, I feel like listening to you talk about this stuff.
Yeah, I think they're probably not as aware that how polarising that is. And it is.
And it's also good for them to get out and not to talk about their kids.
100%.
I have to say, there's nothing more boring than listening to somebody talk about their kids. And do you know what I found that I do? And I used to apologise for this, but now I don't.
Right.
When somebody talks to me about their kids and shows me photographs of their kids, I do the exact same with my cat.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I do. And do you know what? What I found, usually my cat is more advanced than their kids. It's like, oh, there's your...
He's using the potty.
Your tubby little kid that you're wiping its arse. Well, here's my cat that I can leave for 4 days and she's actually fine.
Yeah.
And she uses the toilet. So I'm sorry. That little munter that you're wheeling out, I'm sorry. It's a lot less impressive than you think it is.
No, I get that. You're totally right. We talk too much. I'm going to tell you, as a parent, we talk way too much about what's right or wrong or whatever. The minutiae of children is just over. I was so relieved to get out and do something totally different. It's a tough one, but it's okay to say it, but you have to allow it.
I think it is okay. And I think, do you know what? It's okay to feel a little bit of panic.
Yeah.
But it's okay to tell them, like, oh God, and it's just, sometimes it's like that it is hard.
It's good friends.
To
You
hear
got to
all
be
of that
able to
stuff.
say, listen.
One of my friends, actually, she's a comedian called Lou Conran.
Right.
And in the UK, and she's incredibly funny.
Yeah,
and
she is.
she actually has a very good podcast called Spit or Swallow. It's very good.
Okay.
With Sally and Hayward. Little plug. But when I first met her,
Yeah.
the very first day I met her, I was at a dinner, and she told me that what she does when her friends show their pictures of her kids is that she has a folder of her phone full of photographs of dicks. And that when people show her photographs of her kids, she gets these out and she just shows them all these photographs of dicks. And I think it set the tone. As soon as she told me that, I was just like, what an amazing human being.
You could be my friend.
Yeah. We can be friends, Lou.
I know,
We can be friends.
It's kind of funny. I think, I sometimes talk about my kids. Well, I do quite often because they do so funny things.
Yeah, I don't think you shouldn't talk about
I
them.
think, and there should
But
be,
I
but the
think-
problem is when they're very small and you're talking about all the minutiae of stuff. And I think you're doing it because you can't believe this is actually happening in your life, good and bad.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just so overstimulated in that area. It's like you're driven by routine, you're driven by this, that, and the other with them. There is that element for your friends, but it's okay to say to them, listen, let's have 15 minutes of the kids and then let's just talk about stuff. You want to talk about stuff?
And what you could do is you could just say that. I don't think you have to address this as a group at all.
No.
I think you could just say it to one of them.
And let them do
Just
the work.
one of them, and just go, do you know what? I find it really hard when we all get together because
Yeah.
I don't have kids. I'm worried about it, and I feel that you all have kids and you talk about your kids,
Yeah.
and I'm just
we
not
just-
there yet. And
Can we maybe have a safe space?
yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
enjoy it as much because I feel panic. I definitely say, get your ally.
Yeah.
Pick an ally and say, I'm going to have this conversation. I'm not going to have it again.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that these nights out where we talk about kids
It
for
hurts me.
4 hours.
It hurts me. And if it doesn't change, then maybe you should take a little step back for a bit. And I know that sounds sad, but
You find yourself a group of wild girls.
yes, find a new group for a little while. I'm not saying don't visit them. Visit,
Yeah.
but visit them. I mean, if they're having kids, they're probably not as available as they used to be anyway. So the point is, just visit. Don't and accept.
If you saying this
Yeah.
is going to cause any hassle,
Yeah.
just take a step back.
Yeah.
But I know that's hard to do.
No, I know. And you don't want to lose them, but you don't need to, because I found at times we moved in and out of different spaces. And
Yeah,
so
if
it's okay.
Yeah, if they're friends, they'll come back,
Yeah.
But
I know.
don't be
afraid to say.
What you shouldn't be doing is just sitting there and taking it.
No, I agree.
And do you know what? Do you know what? Actually,
What?
the bit that we're forgetting.
What are we forgetting?
They will thank you for this.
Oh, 100%.
Because what they will do, what's happening with them is they're going out and they're hearing about other people's kids and they're measuring their kids against each other and they're measuring their routines against each other. And that's all stress. So if you're the one that says, you know what, enough of the kid chat.
Yeah.
In whatever way you choose to do that, I say pick an ally and let her do it for you.
Yeah.
But straight away, it's the whole night is then going to be a release for everyone.
Yeah.
Show the pictures.
Let's have 15 minutes.
Here's
of that.
little Tommy, look at him on his birthday. Whatever.
Lovely. Move on.
Fantastic. Great.
Did
Move
you
on.
see?
And you're like, think of this as you're doing them a favour.
Yeah.
You're doing you a favour, but you're also doing them a favour.
Yeah, 100. I think you need a space where you don't talk about your kids.
Give me numbers.
I know.
Give me numbers.
How many numbers do you want?
I'll ring them all.
Okay.
The first will be a practice. By the end, I'll have it perfect.
With or without the brace?
I know, yeah. Depends. Depends if I get used to the S's. Actually, we should wrap this up. I can feel my teeth move and I need to put it back on. So thank you so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the show, please do rate and review us on iTunes because that really, really helps. And
Yes.
you know what? with the amount of people that are listening, we should have a lot more nice reviews on iTunes.
Yeah, we should.
Because we're getting a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
And we've only about 40 reviews.
Yeah, and also
Bump
we
that
really
up.
appreciate it. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on, I
and
say.
obviously you can become a member, blah, 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 blah. You've been absolutely lovely. Thank you so much. And we'll chat to you soon.
Love you.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Being a parent can be really challenging. It's normal to feel uncertain about whether you're doing the right things to raise healthy and happy children. That's why Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them build confidence in their parenting journey. Everyone deserves to have someone they can turn to for support with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.
What's the room again?
1240, down at the end.
Ooh, what's that?
Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have the key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Rub it.
Come on.
Try flipping it over.
Seriously. Why can't we go inside? I'm tired.
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
What?
Please, if you
Dad,
could just...
why aren't you opening the door?
Can everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.